What's up? Welcome back to Disc Bike and Life. What are we talking about today, buddy?
I think today we need to kind of help people out when they want to know about bike lingo. So my idea,
Bike lingo.
Like when you walk into a shop,
the verbiage
right.
of bikes. So
right,
you don't go like some chump when you walk into Leroy's and say, "Hey, my spinny things don't spin no more."
Right. Or what's my wheel's bad. Well, you mean you have a flat tire? No, my wheel's flat. Your wheel's not flat.
Right.
Right. So yeah, I want people to feel a little bit more confident when they walk into their local shop or their shop for the first time.
Right.
And if someone's having a conversation, and it's not going to, this would be a quick tutorial. This is not going to teach you everything.
Right. But there's nothing worse than going in or not going in somewhere because you're nervous, because you're worried somebody's going to make fun of you because you don't know what to say.
Right, exactly.
So then you try to do the stuff on your own, and now all of a sudden you've made a bigger financial problem for yourself.
Correct. And
okay.
And I would rather have people be more comfortable understanding what's going on and what they could even be charged for.
Yeah, yeah.
Understand what's going on.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
I like the mug.
Yes.
What's the mug? Aww.
It's my wife. This is our,
shout out, Courtney.
Yep. It's our engagement photo mug. So.
Aww. Well, so here's what I know.
Okay.
This is a bike.
Right. So this is a road bike. So,
okay.
Yeah. So I just grabbed the bike. This is a road bike. And
right.
This is my personal road bike. But
so this is your specific.
Yeah, this is my.
You race with this. You do
train on it.
Okay.
Yeah. So my road bike is just a training apparatus for me to train. I don't road race. I mountain bike race. I use this as my mileage trainer. So
okay.
I get on this to go ride
exercise, get some actual, just get the legs pumping and everything else.
Yeah, for like 40 to 60 miles.
Of course.
Yeah,
light work.
Why not? Yeah.
Light work. Lightweight.
Wait, yeah. 20-mile rides are fun. I like the longer rides. So, but my idea, like we were talking about, what are the parts on a bicycle to make people feel better and more confident when they're talking about me?
Right.
So when someone's like, hey, you have a shifting issue, your derailers are bad. What does that mean?
Yeah.
So derailers, on some bikes, you have a front derailleur, which moves the chain up and down.
So this part right here itself is the derailleur.
Yeah, well, this is the front derailleur.
Feeding through the front derailleur.
Mm-hmm.
So it's specific in the terminology of front derailleur.
To a rear derailleur.
To a rear, okay.
Right, exactly. Because the rear derailleur is doing, depending on the amount of cogs, is sliding up and down those gears.
That's what actually moves your chain on the gear itself.
Up and down,
okay.
Yeah. And to give you, the way that changes is as the bike moves and I'm pedaling,
right?
I have switches or levers.
That's a dual switch bad boy right there.
Yeah, so you have your shift levers up here.
Hit it again.
So you have
so PJ can see.
Hard gear.
Okay.
Easy gear.
Okay.
This is also my brake lever.
Okay.
So it's 3 levers. If you want to.
Yeah. Okay.
So when you go into a bike shop and they're like, hey.
That lever there is the only one I actually know.
You become good friends with me when we do the bike segment. Why am I skidding my tires? But your derailleurs are important because this is what's making the bike more efficient as you pedal.
Right.
So they're there. The gears are here as I'm wanting to go up a hill.
Right.
I need to go up the gears in the back to make it easier to go up the hill.
I should preface this with everybody. I'm learning with you because I have no idea what we're talking about.
No.
This is the man with all of the plan.
Yeah. So the gears are there to help keep you efficient as you're going down your ride.
Right.
So to keep your legs, your muscles, your blood moving effectively and efficiently.
Right. You're going up a hill, you want to go to a lower gear so it's easier to pedal.
Yeah. Think about your transmission on your car. When you go up the hill, you watch your RPMs go up.
Right. Yeah. You're not trying to blow your legs out.
Correct. Yeah. So other parts on bike, wheel, tire. Yeah. We get this all the time. Hey, I brought it up earlier. Hey, I got a problem with my tire. Well, what do you mean? Well, I broke a spoke. Well, the spokes, that's your wheel. That's the system of a whole wheel. Your tire, just like on your car, are mounted to that
rim
wheel.
versus tire, right. Or wheel versus tire.
And then braking system, newer technology, these are hydraulic disc brakes. Just like what we have on our cars now. So this has got a braking system that the brakes are all hydraulic system that way. Back to the handlebar that we talked about when someone's talking about, hey, your headset
So I can ride my bike with no handlebars. No handlebars.
Bars. Yeah. Kudos to who made that song. Or it's better than me. My bike's a pipe bomb. So whoa. That's one too.
That's impressive.
So, but when we're talking about your headset, so, you may have a bike mechanic go, hey, your bearings feel bad.
Okay.
You have a set of bearings
inside of here.
Yep. Exactly.
Okay.
Yep. So those bearings there.
That would be like just normal ball bearings.
Yes, that's one way of doing it. Or we have cartridge bearings, or what we're using nowadays. So the cartridge bearings are just better for maintenance and wear and tear. So you have a stem, a handlebar. Depending on the type of bike, again, if we're talking road bike, you have your brake lever and shifter are all one apparatus.
Okay.
So we have one system that does your shifting and your brake, and then you have another one on the opposite side of here because that controls your front brake and then your front gears.
So I guess for helping the people out that are potentially nervous about going into a bike shop, they don't, the terminology. So what's some of the most common issues that you get coming into your shop?
Yeah. So most common things are people like, hey, my brakes are not feeling good, like they're squeaking or making noise. Usually that's either your brakes are out of alignment, your brake pads are getting thin.
So your brakes can get out of alignment.
Oh yeah.
Just like your tires and everything on your car.
Exactly, yep. So just think about it like on your vehicle. You have two pistons that are moving these. You may get one piston getting stuck, which means the system needs to be taken apart and cleaned. And
so, you don't necessarily have to say a dollar figure, but how much is this set up? Just ballparking.
So ballparking this one here,
right?
We'll go over 5.
Okay,
right.
So since you're spending, $5,000, not $500, people,
or $5,
$5,000,
right?
Over. It's a lot. Some of y'all that are watching this more than your car.
But it's a hobby. We get
so at over $5,000 setup, it probably behooves you. Well, not you, but somebody that has an over $5,000 setup to get regular maintenance done.
Correct,
That's something that needs to happen.
Yeah, if you're someone that's actively cycling, like I say, someone active at least at the minimum 3 times a week.
Okay.
A tune-up service where we're going through and checking the wear on the chain, the wear of the cassette, the wear of the brake pads. I would say 6 to 8 months.
Every 6 to 8 months, you need to bring it in if you're roughly 3 times a week.
Right, yeah. Because you figure that's maybe someone that's riding 100 miles a week. So that's 5,000 plus miles on that equipment during the year.
Just like your car.
Pretty much.
It's like getting an oil change.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Your bike needs oil changes.
Right, yep. And that's another thing, And we'll cover that down in other videos.
Right.
On bike maintenance type stuff, like, chain lube and different ideas on that type of stuff. So, yep. So, but, what other, we talked about derailers, talked about tires and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm sure you've been looking and trying to figure out what pedals are. So we actually have.
Yeah. These are clip-ins, right?
Correct.
Someone's
been taking this.
I knew hanging out here would do me some good one day.
So yes. So the pedals that we use in mountain biking and road cycling and gravel, we tend to clip in, and the reason being is that our foot, there would be a plate mounted to our cycling shoe.
Right.
And as we're pushing down, we're able to pull up. So yes, you're locked in, kind of like a ski bike.
Yeah, you're not wearing your Chuck Taylors to ride this.
No. Yeah. Doc Martin's not subscribed for that one. So yeah.
I wouldn't say you aged yourself, but I said Chuck Taylor.
You did. You went over the But hey, you go for the star, you go for the boot.
Listen, one of them was famous for basketball, and
one of them was famous in the emo world for making black leather boots.
I was going to say a bunch of church kids, but
we'll go with mine. Yeah, I have a 15-year-old. She wants a pair. So. Doc Martin, let you know. So,
shout out Doc Martin.
So, other equipment on like when you hear the term saddle, it's not a horse saddle. The seating area on the bicycle. So
they have that same terminology for the motorcycle world.
Right, and the reason why we use that term is originally we used the same leather saddles that same type of leather that make a horse saddle. So like we have a company called Brooks, like on my old school cruiser bike you've seen up here at the shop.
He's pointing that way. That helps you, all right?
Doesn't have.
I'm not talking to PJ.
I didn't know if production.
I'm talking to the camera people.
You mean the audience?
The audience.
I am the camera people.
Yes.
Why are you talking?
He's keeping everyone informed correctly.
To me.
I was not talking to you, actually, in my defense. As you're editing this, you'll be like, he's right.
I'm leaving it in.
Yeah, leaving it in. So, but and so bike maintenance is important. If you have this type of investment, just like your vehicle,
Right?
Just like
you don't want to spend over $5,000 and let your bike just start falling apart because you didn't want to spend how much is it maintenance?
At our place, we'll say $80 to about $100.
Okay, so we'll round it out for easy math. Say $100. $100 every. Would you say it's 5,000 miles? So once a year to twice a year at most, you're going to spend $100 to $200 roundabout, barring no major issues, to make sure that your $5,000+ piece of equipment doesn't crap out on you. I mean,
that's almost the same
smart
maintenance
investment
too on someone on a $900 bike too.
Right. Okay. Yeah, so, that's fair.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't want you to put that value on because of this.
Well, I feel like a $900 bike, once you get into 9 services, it's time to get another bike because now you.
Well, in that case, you've elevated your from that entry level step to the next level.
Yeah. Okay.
So, kind of like us saying buying.
Or you're just really attached to that bike.
We do have that.
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
I mean,
Yeah. But like someone buying entry level plastic and disc golf. You know, and then getting more
base plastic or whatever.
Yeah,
exactly.
Once you use it so much, it's dead and gone.
So it won't survive anymore. Cool. What's something people should look out for?
So basic maintenance stuff. Like I like to do what I teach a lot of, like when we go to Boy Scout events and teach those boys how to change a flat tire and all that stuff.
Right.
Like the craziest thing that I teach them is what I call the drop test. Like you take your bike, not saying you're just slamming it to the ground,
right.
but just lift it
you
off.
Drop it from like shoulder length or not even shoulder length, but like
a couple inches off the ground.
Yeah.
Just to see if you hear something unnatural.
Because y'all can't feel it, but if this bike wasn't on this rack, I mean, 2 fingers and you could pick this thing up. Like, it's stupid. Like, that's why you pay over $5,000, so that way you can basically fly.
Right. But, that drop test, you hear something that doesn't sound natural. You may hear the wheel be loose. You may hear the handlebar loose.
So that's not that just takes a little bit of training. That's not some advanced technique where some old timer's like, ting, ting, ting. Ting, ting, ting.
I don't want to say old.
Yep, it's right there. It's the old spoken doodle.
Better than the flux capacitors.
That's why you can't have that going
can't
out on you.
Go bad at all. You can never get back to 85. So
I prefer the red ones, not the blue ones, though.
Oh, if we're gonna go Matrix, there we go. Yeah. Wow. So, but I mean, little stuff. But even like say tires, getting flats.
Yeah.
I always tell customers check your air pressure at least twice, 3 times a week. Because especially in our environment, living here in Florida, you'll lose air pressure.
Yeah.
Maybe 10 to 15 pounds naturally.
Yeah.
Like if I air this up to the 90 pounds of air pressure this tire requires to ride on, in about 3 days I'll be down 5 or 7 pounds. Do you teach quick roads, like if you get a flat on the side of the road? Yeah, we work hard. Yeah, when customers get bikes from us, we tend to take that little bit extra time and kind of show them basic ropes and how to. We're not going to teach them how to do everything right off the start because it'd be too overwhelming.
Right.
But a lot like how to change a tire, how to take your wheel off. That's a big thing, basic cleaning skills. Like we'll go through that. So WD-40. Take this note, everyone. Notes. WD-40 is the worst thing that you can break by a bicycle. You want to see bike mechanics like I can look at a bike and know that WD-40's been on a bicycle, and that's like the worst day out of the week. So because it's a great
picks up all the dirt.
It does.
All the dirt.
Yeah, and then you literally have liquid sandpaper on all that.
I mean, working in as a remodel and handyman and everything else,
it's great for squeaky doors.
But it picks up every speck of dirt that's ever existed.
And to give you one idea, like this little piece right here attached to that, this derailleur, that's $550 right there.
What is that called?
So this is what we call a pulley system.
Okay.
So
that's attached to the
derailleur.
Bottom derailleur.
Yeah. So this is an upgrade that got added on.
Okay.
But because of this upgrade, like these are higher grade bearings and machining and stuff like that. Shout out to my friend at SLF Blake that made this.
Also pay attention to that fact. Just like Transformers, you can customize your bike.
Yep. So we're going to do that. So, but if I had that material on there, it would eat away at all that stuff.
Okay.
And then it would destroy the life of the bicycle.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. And one other.
So you're thinking you're doing a good thing, and you just ruined everything.
Yeah. And we're one of those shops too that would practice what we preach. We don't like spray lubrication in general.
Right.
A lot of our chain lubes are offered in spray lubrication, but the issues that we see with it, if it oversprays and gets into the disc brake system, our disc brake pad will get contaminated, and then we're going to have squeaky or poor service on brakes, and then now we're replacing a lot of expensive parts
And
out.
there's crud and sand, junk, you're just wearing everything
Yep,
down
exactly.
and grinding and all that.
Yeah, you know, in one video, I like to show the negative sides of it because you'll literally see it rainbowed and patinaed and just tarnished.
Yeah.
So it's pretty crazy what you think you're doing the right thing, but you're actually going in the backwards direction on it. So
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
That would, again, you invest, I mean, even $900.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not chump change.
No, it's
I
not.
mean, for
No.
some people it is, but for most people,
Yeah,
I
for
mean,
someone getting
that's
into-
an investment right there by itself.
yeah, I mean, for someone getting into road cycling or gravel biking, I'm just gonna be honest, it's a $900 start off,
Yeah,
and
just for like a base model.
base start off.
I mean, that's not
yeah.
that's not the upgraded
Right.
derailers and
Right. No, so
pulleys
Scott
and-
makes this is a Scott Addict. They make
Right.
one called the Speedster. It's an aluminum frame version of this bike. Looks almost identical, just aluminum. It starts at $900, but it's to get someone into the sport,
Right.
get them dabbled and get them into it, and then in 2 years we'll revisit
upgrade. Yeah, let's look at getting a nicer bike.
the next ride. Yeah,
$1,200 bike or
Right, or the
$1,400.
2,000 or
Right, yeah.
So
You start looking at the Orbeas and stuff like that.
see, hanging around the shop,
If you wear this long enough, kids, your brain starts to get back to normal.
Which I am impressed that that's actually fitting you. I think the hat is actually
It's the hat,
because
yeah.
I know my bean is a lot larger than yours, so I stretch them out 7 3/4.
That's what I wear.
Oh, we're like brothers. Weird. Just can't grow all that bushiness.
Yeah. You
It
know,
happens.
some of us are blessed in life, and some of us own bike shops. So, with that being said,
I guess I'm blessed in different ways. With that being said, I'll help him while he's turning red. Thank you guys for watching.
yeah,
Comment below, and we'll answer any questions that you guys need help with, or
Yeah.
reach out to us via our Facebook page or Instagram.
yep.
And we will be this Leroy's Bike Works. If you got questions for Caleb and why he's wearing a helmet on top of his hat,
Oh, safety first.
that's important. Yes.
I mean, next is the elbow pads, and I don't wear knee pads. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, share, subscribe. Chain Monster, Leroy's
Bike.
Bike Works for all your bike shop, bike work, derailers needs. And other than that,
Deuces.
deuces.
Thanks, guys.
Are we recording this?
This is good editing.